So we need to start our class. So we want to continue from where we left. Today we want to see how we can create charts and the dashboard out of the pivot tables. So we can just use these sample pivot tables that we have here. So now we want to see how we can create the pivot charts. So what we can do, we can start with this table, with this first pivot table for the monthly sales. We have this one for the quarterly sales. We have this one for the product sales. We have this one for the salesperson. Maybe this one for the salesperson. Let me sort. Okay, it is sorted in that order, that particular order. So what I want to do, let me remove this cost from this. So if I go to pivot table, I can remove these costs so that I remain with the quarterly sales. Maybe I can create one more pivot table. Maybe let me create down here. I can copy this one, then can paste it here. Okay, so this one, instead of the monthly sales, maybe I want to see the sales per region, how they were. This is my region, the sum of sales. Let me remove the percentage and retain the figures, so I can go to show values as, then no calculation, so I can just get the figures like that. Then this one, I can sort, maybe I can sort in descending order, like that. Okay, so I have that. Let me see if I can create an additional table. So we can copy this and maybe paste it here. So let's see. So we can create the cost. There was a place we had the freight cost here. I want to compare the cost and the sales per region. I want to compare that, or per product. Let me see if I can use a product. Let me substitute the region with a product ID. No, let me use a product. Okay, yeah, so we have it like that. So what we want to do, we now want to create the pivot charts. So maybe we can create the pivot chart for the first table, this one for the monthly sales. So what can we do? You just click anywhere within the table, then you go to, we see what is common here. We have the pivot table analyze and the design, which are active. So I want you to go to analyze. We can use this analyze, and then we have the pivot chart here. We can as well have the recommended pivot chart. So if you are not sure of how you want your chart to look like, you might opt for this recommended pivot charts. The recommended pivot charts you can use, or you can as well go to pivot chart. Just click pivot chart, then you have this. So maybe I want my monthly sales. Maybe I want to rearrange these months. Let me see how we can rearrange, so that we don't have that order. Okay, Okay, let me try to work on this. I want to rearrange these months. Not format, sort, more sort options. Okay, can use the more options here. Okay, we can just continue first. If we head these months, we are seeing from April, they've been arranged in descending order. They've been arranged in descending order, that is from the largest to the smallest. So what we can try to do now is to create a chart out of this. So just click anywhere within, then you go to pivot chart. Pivot chart, let me pick that one. So I can drag this and drop here. So if I remove this, I have this, so that you can see April in that order. So we've sorted the months according to the month with the highest sales. That is what we have actually done. So we have it like this. Or alternatively, let me just try to, okay, we can just create this chart first. So you can remove, you can hide these buttons. You can try to enlarge your chart. You can try to enlarge it. So we can see we have April. We can opt to remove these ones. Maybe let me delete this, so that just we want to work on this. So if you come to this sign under this chart, we have this positive sign with the chart elements, and then we have the chart styles. So you have to be in a position to understand all the contents of the chart elements. So if you click there, you can see the axis title, the chart title. So if you wanted to replace like this one, this one is the monthly sales. I can call it periodic sales. Periodic sales, you have that. You have that as your first chart. Have that. So then second part under chart elements, we can have the labels. Maybe we can put the labels there, the data labels, so you can decide where to populate them at the center, either inside and outside. You can do any data callout. Maybe let me use the outside end. This one at least looks better for me. Yeah, so we have it. The next step, we can try to enlarge these bars. We can try to enlarge these bars. So just click anywhere within the bars, then you right click. We have the format data series down here. Under format data series, there are two symbols here. The first one, the fill and line. We have the effects, then we have these series options. So I want you to choose the one for the fill and line. That one. We can have fill, so you can have many options there, but there's a color code here. We see where we have the colors here. You can decide the color that you want. You can always choose from here. Yeah, so maybe I just want to retain this. Yeah, so that is it. We can try create another chart. So this is for the monthly sales. Let me see another one we can create. Maybe let me just create another one out of the months. Or out of this, let me just copy this and paste it here. Now I want to change the quarter into months. I want to replace or to substitute the quarter with the months. So I can go to the analyze part here, then the field list. I want to remove my quarter, then I put the month. so that I have the months from January all the way up to December. So what we want to do here, maybe we want to see the trend in sales in terms of months, that periodic trend. So maybe we can still create a chart. I can go to analyze here, pivot chart, and then maybe we can create still we can use a clustered or a column chart. Let me use this one. Okay, maybe I can put it here, as well. So just to avoid confusing the two, let me drag it, make it wide, and let me hide this. I'm not interested in this, I can just hide them. The title, my chart title, I can name this as monthly sales. Now we have the monthly sales, in that. Let me put it in bold. Then I want to change the color, since the first chart is also in blue. So if you just click anywhere within here, then you right click, you have the format data series. First of all, we can work on the width. We want to see how we can increase the gap width. So what we can do, we have here the series overlap, no? So we want to focus on the second one, that's the gap width, where we can minimize maybe up to, let us put it at 80. You have it like that. You can change the color. So if you put this, the fill and line, you come to the color here, and let me put this color, that green color, for my monthly sales. You can see that is my other chart. So I can modify my chart. I can just delete that. I retain January all the way. I can see what I can add here. We add the labels. Let me see if it is appropriate. Okay, grid line, I'm not interested in that. I don't want to create a Pareto chart, so maybe we can just see, can just try to go through until you make it more presentable. Data labels, the call out now. Okay, so maybe I want just to put it in form of I want to see if there's a growth since it is over time from January up to December. So maybe I just want to see relatively if there is a growth or if there is a decline in your sales in terms of the monthly when you compare the performance monthly. So we can go to the legend here. I'm not interested in the legend. I want something here. I want something here. Let me see. It has been activated here. Or I can see how to activate that. It's not there. So the first of all, I want just to change the design. You can opt for that. You can see the design that suits you. You can see the design that suits you. You can see that particular design that suits you. So maybe we can opt for that to show monthly sales. Can delete that. Then I can still change the color here. Format data series. I want to change my color. I want to put it as green. That is green. I want to make it more green, more greener. Then maybe let me see what I can create here. The gap width, maybe let me maintain it at 80, like that. like that. So you have it like that. Later on we can see if we can create a regression line to support that. So that's the second chart. We had the periodic sales, we have the monthly sales there. We can try to create a chart for these quarterly sales. So you just click anywhere within, you go to analyze, you go to pivot chart here. Maybe I want to opt for a pie, maybe I can go for this donor chart. I can go for that if it can work for me, or let me just change instead of this one. Let me see if I can get a good one. We can see if we can get a good one. Maybe I can opt for this. So this one I can drop. I can drag and drop it here. So this is our quarterly sales. You can see how it looks like. You can see how it looks like. That is our quarterly sales. I can rename it. Maybe quarterly sales. So we have it represented in that manner. You can hide this. Yeah, you have it like that. Maybe we can have the quarterly costs as well. So what I just want to do, I want to create a pivot chart for quarterly cost here, just to complement that. Let me just paste it here, and then now I want to substitute the sales with the cost. So if I go to analyze here, I create the field list. You can see I can remove the quarter we can maintain. Then we put the freight cost there. We have it. We have it. Now I want the chart. Maybe we can create now a pie chart instead of the donor chart. We go to pivot chart. I want a pie chart. This one at the 3D. Yeah, we have it. So this one at the quarterly cost. Costs per quarter. You have it like that. Okay. That's your quarterly cost. You can try to enlarge it. Let me remove this. Let me just hide. Then here you can see the designs, the various designs that you have. You can see the various designs that are available for that modification. Okay, let me see appropriate one that I can select and that I can choose. Maybe that one. Let me try to alter something, the data labels here. What about if I can use the data callout like that? Then I remove these ones. Yeah, have it like that. I have it like that. Maybe I try to separate this to make it clear. So that's the cost per quarter. You can see have something like that. So you can do anything that you want with it. You can do anything with it. That is it. So we can try to create another chart. Maybe you can see which one, the one for the salesperson here. This one, the salesperson. We can create a chart for it as well. So you just go to analyze here. I want a pivot chart. Maybe you can use line, no, maybe this bar chart, this inverted bar chart. Okay, yeah, so we want to see how the sales personnel performed or behaved over the period. So we want to see, so you can easily take this one and maybe drop it down here. Let me drop it down here. Let me drop it down here. So that is it. You can hide these ones, hide the field list. You can change it, maybe now you can see this one has been sorted in descending order, such that we are seeing the salesperson with the highest sales in terms of collection as compared to the rest. So this is just a summary of the salesperson. Have it there, so you can just modify it to make it beautiful a bit. Okay, have it like that. Maybe I can try to enlarge it, maybe vertically. Okay, have it like that. Maybe I can try to enlarge the width of the bars. So you just right click, you go to format data series, you go to this one, we put it at 80, this 150, we put it at 80. Then we change the color of those bars, maybe to a more appealing one. Red is associated with danger. I don't want to opt for that. These are performance of these kinds of persons. Maybe you can choose which color. Yellow. Let me pick the yellowish color. Yeah, so we have them like that. So I'm not interested in the figures, I'm just interested in that. So we have the chart for the salesperson. So at least we have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can work with these ones. So you can have a lot. We can have a lot. You can have a lot. You can also put the figures there if it works for you well. Okay, so we have it like that. We have it like that. What else? Okay, so we can work on this. So this is how we can create the charts. That is how we can create the charts. You can continue to create for the rest of the products. We have the product sales here. You can see, can do a comparative analysis and see which one performs better. We can see the regions here. Maybe we can create the one for the region. So we go to analyze, go to pivot chart. Okay, once we are there, we have a lot of charts here where we can choose from. Which one? Line, no, line we can use to show the comparative analysis. Okay, maybe let me see which one. Scatter, no, we want that. We have a lot. We have the combo here. If you had more than 2 variables, you can as well use the combo. We can opt for Pareto chart. There are many charts, so you can take your time to learn those charts. So let me just use the column chart or this bar chart. Okay, this one you can easily drag this and drop down here. Let me just try to find space for it. I can drag and drop it down here. Can drop it down here. We can drop it down here, so we can just try to so this was these were my regional sales. So we want to see how these regions rated themselves. Okay, you're trying to remember, you are trying to generate data and the insights that can easily make somebody make a decision instead of struggling to go round and trying to interpret the figures. So yours is just to try to reduce it into for easy interpretation. So maybe we can change the color. Let me just use the red one. don't know, that's red or orange. I think this is orange. So let me remove these ones and I don't want. Okay, you can adjust and remove what you don't want. Yeah, so I have my chart like that. So I'm seeing the regions that performed the highest and the region that needs to do a lot, so I can easily make a direct congruence with the salesperson that was in charge of this particular region, as well the particular customers for this region, so that you can make a decision on whether to add additional salesperson or sales personnel. Yeah, how you can see if you can reverse the products. Yeah, so that this is how we can create the charts. So the next lesson we want to see how we can create the dashboard. We can create the dashboard, so we can just go for that. Want to see how we can create the dashboard.